The Halfway House Ministry in Hanoi has seen a lot of change since its small start back in 2011. It has progressed from a small studio apartment into a normal apartment, then into a house, and now 2 houses side by side. In January of this year, we received notice that we would have to move out of the home that we had been renting for operating our halfway house over the last several years. Rents have been going up in Hanoi, so we weren't sure how we would find something similar in size for a rent we could afford. But the Lord guided Jacob to an affordable and amazing spot you'd hardly recognize while driving by on the main road. Let's take a quick tour inside of the new halfway house for 2015.
Halfway house.
Welcome.
All that's visible from the road is a simple metal gate. You must then walk down a narrow outdoor corridor until you reach a small courtyard from which you can access the 2 buildings, which are next to each other. As the guys were moving in this February, they took to painting artwork with Christian themes on the walls to give it a homey feeling with verses of hope. Look at the various artwork and listen as Wong is playing worship music on the acoustic guitar. This home is about recovery, and for many of the guys, Jacob's Halfway House ministry has not only given them a road for recovery, but a hope for serving God in the future. Wong has fully recovered from the years-long bacterial infection that nearly cost him the amputation of his leg. Recovery in Wong's life has been an unbelievable journey of healing from drug addiction, healing from bacterial infection, healing from the psychological trauma of abandonment and homelessness, to now learning to read, learning the Bible, learning guitar, learning piano, learning worship music, and leading worship at church. Growth is a continuous theme at the Halfway House. Last year, Jacob felt it was time to broaden the use of the Celebrate Recovery training materials that he has been using since the start of the Halfway House ministry. Many guys have graduated from the Halfway House over the years. Many of them have friends who haven't been in a Halfway House program before. Many of them have been wanting some way to come together and be encouraged in their battle to stay drug-free. The answer was obvious and bold. Start a citywide Celebrate Recovery meeting, open to anyone in Hanoi that wanted to share in the hope and accountability of Christian recovery gatherings. It didn't take long before the weekly meetings were packed. Just look at the energy and excitement in these video clips of their time in worship. We believe these gatherings are the first of their kind in Hanoi to bring former drug addicts together like this in an open Christian-based recovery meeting. Jacob knows that an important part of drug rehabilitation is giving the guys an opportunity to work and learn new skills to give them a refreshed sense of accomplishment and hope for a normal life. One idea the guys liked was learning how to cut hair. The ever-industrious Wong was one of the first to jump at the chance to learn haircutting skills from one of Jacob's church members who has a barber shop. The more mature house members have begun looking for work outside of the halfway house. Hugh worked part-time driving for a taxi company. Tuan is working for the local water department. As the guys progress in their confidence and maturity, Jacob is also working to develop their leadership skills to help with the future growth of the ministry. The need for growth to handle the large number of guys wanting help is an ever-present burden on Jacob's heart, and he is praying about the timing and resources to be able to open a second home. We recently went out to look over a large home owned by a contact of Jacob's, who says the home may soon be available for rent. It is a large home on a large property. Over 20 men could be accommodated by a home of this size. Being in the outskirts of Hanoi, it is also more difficult to find drugs for sale in the local area, and thus a safer location in which to bring men through the more risky stage of drug detoxification. Tuan, Hugh, and Wong are growing leaders who may one day help launch this second halfway house location. The future of our young ministry is in God's hands. Please keep praying for God's grace to protect and develop further this wonderful ministry.